Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The amendment I am offering substantially changes Senate Bill 1151 based on discussions and negotiations that have been going on between the House and the Senate and the Governor's office over the course of the past 2 months. Just to familiarize the members with the issue, the underlying issue, it has to do with Act 47 and municipalities that are distressed and have come to the Commonwealth asking for assistance under Act 47. The amendment that I am offering addresses a situation under Act 47 where a municipality enrolls in Act 47, comes to the Commonwealth and asks for assistance in developing a long-term recovery plan, and then fails or refuses to adopt a recovery plan, thereby putting their residents, their employees, and others who come into the municipality in jeopardy. Mr. Speaker.
Also, please come to order. Members will please hold the conversations down.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate your indulgence and the indulgence of the members. This is an important and significant amendment, and I want to make sure everybody is comfortable with it when we vote on it. Under the amendment that I'm offering, the governor would be empowered under Act 47 with respect to any third-class city that's in Act 47 who fails or refuses to adopt a fiscal long-term recovery plan. It would authorize the governor to declare a state of fiscal emergency in the municipality and take immediate responsibility for paying out of assets of the municipality to provide for the continuation of vital services, specifically public health, water, sewer, trash collection, public safety, police, fire, and emergency services, and general operations of the city, including payroll costs, pension obligations, and debt service payments. At the same time, the governor declares a fiscal emergency with respect to any municipality that has refused to adopt a recovery plan. The governor would be authorized to petition the Commonwealth Court of Pennsylvania for the appointment of a receiver. That process would require the Commonwealth Court to hold a hearing on the need for a receiver, and if a receiver is appointed by the Commonwealth Court, that receiver would then have 30 days to submit to the Commonwealth Court for another hearing and for approval a long-term recovery plan to address the problems of the municipality under Act 47. During the time from the petition for the appointment of a receiver and the actual hearing by the Commonwealth Court on the appointment of a receiver, the elected officials of the municipality would still have one final opportunity to determine their own destiny by approving an Act 47 recovery plan. If they fail once again to adopt a plan, the Commonwealth Court would be authorized to appoint a receiver and subsequently to approve a long-term recovery plan to be implemented by the receiver. Once the plan is approved, the receiver would have the power to perform all functions necessary to implement the Act 47 plan. The elected officials of the city would not be replaced, but their powers would be limited to their ordinary powers until they run up against powers that are required for the implementation of the plan. If a receiver is appointed, there would also be an advisory committee appointed to receive regular reports from the receiver on the progress of the Act 47 plan implementation. That advisory commission would have no specific powers, but would be entitled to meet and receive information from the receiver. The advisory committee would be comprised of the chief executive of the municipality or their designee, the president of the city council or the governing body of the municipality or their designee, a representative of the county in which the municipality is located, and one representative appointed by the governor. The receiver would be in place for a period of 2 years to be extended if necessary to complete the implementation of the recovery plan. The amendment also provides that in these situations where you have a third-class city in Act 47 that refuses or fails to implement a plan, a commuter tax would not be permissible as part of any long-term recovery plan. All of the costs of the implementation of the recovery plan would be paid with assets and revenues of the municipality. The only cost that would be borne by the state is the cost of the actual receiver, who, once appointed, would obviously be required to be compensated. In order to keep the receiver, the relationship with the governor and the secretary of DCED, to whom the receiver will report, we believe it is appropriate that the Commonwealth should pick up that expense, but all other expenses relating to the implementation of the plan would be borne by the underlying municipality. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That summarizes the amendment. I believe the amendment, unfortunately, with respect to the capital city of Pennsylvania, is necessary, and we're at a point of we need to take action on this. I will assure the members that we have worked closely over the past 2 months with the prime sponsor of the bill, Senator Piccola, who is in agreement with the amendment. We've worked also with the governor's office, and we believe that the amendment, if adopted and not impaired by other amendments, will provide the process by which the stalemate in the capital city of Pennsylvania can be broken, and that the residents, both their short-term and their long-term interests, can be protected in that fashion. And I would request the members' support of the amendment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.